Trouble seems to be mounting for the former US President Donald Trump. On Tuesday, the House impeachment managers charged Donald Trump as being singularly responsible for inciting the violence at the Capitol. Now, the impeachment managers used some pretty strong words while detailing the grim events that unfolded on the 6th of January at the Capitol. Now, Trump's lawyers, on the other hand, have argued that his speech was actually protected by the First Amendment and even added that a Senate conviction will be unconstitutional. The dueling pre-trial legal briefings took place on Tuesday, where the House managers and Trump's legal team detailed the major points that will be argued at next week's trial. Now, in a 14-page response to the House's impeachment efforts, Donald Trump's lawyers Bruce Castor and David Scorn have argued that the Senate cannot vote to impeach Donald Trump when he no longer holds office, as well as that Trump's speech about the election and before the 6th of January riots did not cause the riots. And this speech was actually protected by the First Amendment. Now, the House impeachment managers pushed back directly on that point. In an 80-page brief, they argued that there is ample history and precedent to hold a trial and convict Donald Trump, who was impeached by the House while still in office. They said, and I quote, that President Trump's conduct offends everything that the Constitution stands for. The brief also highlighted that Trump had begun voicing his intention to contest an election loss months before the elections were even held. Detailing what happened back on the 6th of January, the impeachment managers said that he summoned a mob to Washington and exhorted them into a bit of a frenzy and aimed them like a loaded cannon down the Pennsylvania Avenue as the Capitol was then overrun. Trump was reportedly delighted. Convicting Donald Trump will not, of course, be very easy. It will require a two-thirds majority in the Senate. That means that at least about 17 Republicans will also need to join the Senate's 50 Democrats in the vote. And that presents a pretty daunting hurdle. The last week, 45 of the 50 Republican senators had actually voted in favor of dismissing the impeachment charge as unconstitutional because Donald Trump had already left office. The attempt, however, had failed. All right, and my colleague Kate Fisher is still live with us from Washington, D.C. Kate, this is, of course, a bit of an interesting thing that is now going to unfold. The Republicans argue that there is no point in proceeding with a trial in the Senate because Donald Trump is no longer the president. So what is likely to happen here? And the big question that a lot of people want to know is, will there be even an outside chance that Donald Trump could be in contention for running for the president's office in 2024?
Yeah, and this is the reason that Democrats are so keen to pursue this impeachment trial, despite those complaints from Republicans that it's unconstitutional because the president cannot be removed from office because he is no longer in office. But Democrats say that's not what the Constitution says anyway, and they need to hold this trial because they want to ensure that he is prevented from standing for the presidency once again in 2024. They're concerned that if they don't convict him and pursue this impeachment trial, then there's a strong possibility that he will stand again. And they say that's simply not on, because you can't have a man, they say, who incited an insurrection standing to be president. So, yeah, there's going to be a big fight, but it does still not seem like Democrats will get enough Republican senators on their side to actually convict Donald Trump. He's already been impeached. That happens in the House. Now the next stage is this trial in the Senate. Democrats need those Republicans, 17 of them, to join them. And at the moment, it looks like they don't have the votes. Democrats will be hoping that they can make their arguments persuasive enough to turn the minds of those Republicans, to make it hard for Republicans to publicly defend what Democrats say the president did.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Kate Fisher, for joining us and getting us all those insights there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.